Hey Antoine, Daphne here. So sorry for the delay in getting this back to you. I've had a really kind of crazy day teaching at school today. So many kind of questions, so much stuff to try and sort out. All our students have gone back home with no books, so I'm frantically trying to get them online books. Very boring, but I'm really sorry, so apologies for the delay in this. Okay, well done writing it so quickly. Obviously such a big topic, there's climate change. So much vocab we can use. It's a real vocab rich essay, so that's something I'm looking for, is a large amount of vocabulary which you've got. Let's have a look. So nowadays most green energy is becoming ever more prevalent. Some argue they greatly reduce costs and are better for the environment. Others believe they're a serious threat. Okay. During the last decades, yes, the world has experienced a change from fossil energy to renewable sources of energy that are also called green energy. Really nice. Well done. While some experts believed in the past, or believe still, that these new forms of energies could lead to less expenditure, and that's also, it's a weird one. It's plural anyway, yeah, because it's more than one, and also reduced harm on the climate. Others, you don't need to have some others, you could just put others, fear a shortage of energy. Now, what you could put for extra marks is other environmentalists or other advisors or environmentalists. Environmentalists fear a shortage. So by giving these people names, you're getting more marks immediately on the vocabulary. Good, really nice. Okay, there are some ample evidences. Okay, so watch out here. So there is ample evidence that it's the same. It's the same as expenditure. Sorry, what have I done there? Okay, so there is ample evidence that reducing the amount of coal and oil burnt will have a positive impact on the climate, comma there just so I can breathe, as these sources of energy produce tons of CO2, and, not as, and, this gas is known to be the most important reason for climate change through its greenhouse effect. Good, wow, very, very nice sentence, really good. Very clear, fabulous amount of vocabulary, complex sentence by adding in these as and just to connect us and make it longer. According to experts, so expert report or a recent report or experts, plural, the production of CO2 is related to the use of coal to heat houses in the UK. Sorry. You'd have to say the production of CO2. Production of CO2, comma, related to the use of coal to heat houses in the UK, comma. Now, these commas are really, really important. This is because this is a relative clause, which adds information, which is what we want. But it's also a non-defining relative clause, which means the sentence still works without it. So because of this, because the sentence still works, if I cut this, you have to have it in commas. It's like as if you were putting it in brackets. In the UK, therefore, any increase in the use of renewable energies would result. I definitely go would. I mean, yes, you can have will, but would is more elegant. In a decrease of coal consumption, and finally, would, you've got it there, be a step in the right direction to reduce our strain on the planet. Lovely. Really like that writing. Very clear, very intelligent argument. It's fabulous. Nevertheless, two side effects need to be considered. Firstly, due to the limited availability, comma here, it's just like to breathe, yeah? These new sources of energy may lead to more frequent cuts in the production of energy supply. I think we need that key word in there. This is the whole thing, because the sun is not shining all the time. Yeah, never. Not shining all the time. Or, okay, you could put here, hours of sunlight are limited, or maybe limited. Okay, it just sounds a little bit more grown up. The sun's not shining all the time. It just doesn't feel quite so academic, does it? Hours of sunlight are limited, and again, Yeah? And the same is true of wind, or the same difficulties or the same challenges arise with wind power production. So just make sure you're keeping your level super high all the way. As a consequence, solar plants and windmills may not produce enough energy to meet the increasing demand, something like that. Secondly, the problem suggested above would, I'd rather you didn't do that. I would go, these supply difficulties. It's okay, but it's a bit annoying because it just means the examiner has to look back. So say what you mean. So these production challenges would force the energy companies to invest more money in batteries that may be needed to store the energy to be used during COVID. Yeah, very nice. You could put here could force. I mean, you're right with would, but you could here mix it up. I like could. Okay. Consequently, these additional spending, this additional spending, again, it's singular, although there's lots of it. This spending may increase the final cost for the customers or consumers. Very nicely done, really well argued there. In conclusion, the reduction of the amount of CO2 produced by this shift towards green energy is a step in the right direction to save our planet and our future, although some challenges related to rising cost and more uncertainty in terms of available energy need to be addressed. Whoa, hooray, fabulous, really, really like that. Very high quality writing, really good. Just a few little mistakes there, honestly, not much, but that is super. That's your best yet. Well done, really confident writing. Now, I'm sorry, you should have had instructions on this. Okay, my fault, they're missing. It's a map, obviously. You don't have many map questions, they are unusual. But what I'm looking for in a map question is geography. So northwest corner, the southeastern tip, western, far western point or whatever. So geography, and also passives. So you've got here passives, which is lovely. So that's what we are really looking for. Those two sort of grammatical elements there, or one lexis, one grammar. Information on the development of an unknown island. Yeah, very good. Overall, an initially wild island. Excellent. Wild, you could have, and remote. Island with some trees has been turned into a resort. So this is fabulous. This is what we want. Resort with a combination of, yes, who can reach it now by boat. Yeah, very good. So you've made a guess on tourism. Absolutely right. On the right part, so here, this is where we don't want this. This is where we want geography. Okay, the far eastern side, a lake's been created. That seems to separate by the sea and a sea wall. Okay, maybe. A lake's been created. Okay, that seems to be separated. Yeah. Additionally, two groups of accommodation blocks, you might say, or houses, whatever, have been built that are located next to the lake and close to the beach, respectively. Good. Comma there before respectively. Between these two groups of houses, three larger buildings have been constructed. Really like the vocab coming in here. That's excellent. In addition, a pier could now welcome. Now here you can actually use can now welcome. Yeah. I mean, you could have could, but here you can actually have can, because it's just sort of more the present tense. Welcome boats in the bottom side. So I wouldn't use in the bottom side. I would go at the far southwesterly coast, whatever. A few paths have been created that linked. I would go to link, or in order to link the accommodation to the main buildings and finally to the beach. Maybe a new line here. The only two elements that remain, or that have remained, they may still be destroyed, are the beach and three trees. Now, it's not three actual trees. The trees represent wooded areas. So three wooded areas on the northern coast. Okay, something like that. But you get the idea. But again, very nice answer. You've done that really well, especially as you may not have experience of that. Okay, so that is the end of the course. It has been amazing working with you. You've been fantastic, really improved so much. What lots of our students carry on to do now is get an extra pack, which is available to you at a really good discounted price. That is 9 essays, task 1, task 2, just like we've been doing, but no videos, just literally practice. we could keep working together if you're happy with that. It just gives you the chance to keep on going before your exam. And obviously you get more titles, more topics, more practice, more feedback. So it'd be great to keep working with you if you would like. Thanks, everyone. Well done.